Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the Funimation dub of episode 42 of Dragon Ball Super. We begin this episode with Bulma throwing a party at Capsule Corporation to celebrate Universe 7's victory in the Tournament of Destroyers. She extends invitations to both Beerus and Whis, and she also requests to the two that they extend an invitation to Monaka, since he was the true winner of the Tournament of Destroyers. Naturally, after Bulma ends her call with them, Beerus insists to Whis that they don't bring Monaka along because Beerus doesn't want them to find out the truth about Monaka, the fact that he's not as powerful as Beerus claimed him to be. Unfortunately for the destroyer of Universe 7, Monaka still ends up coming to the party. This is because Jocko made an order for some sweets, and Monaka happens to be the one delivering the sweets, because you may recall that Monaka was revealed to be a delivery person. And thanks to a series of events, everyone else at the party, besides Piccolo, who already found out ahead of time, learned that Monaka is really a weakling. And Beerus is not happy that the Rouge has been exposed. But Whis points out to Beerus that Goku is not at the party right now, which means, as far as Goku knows, Monaka is an all-powerful fighter. So Beerus threatens everyone else at the party that Goku must never learn the truth about Monaka. After he makes this threat, Goku arrives with instant transmission, and when he sees Monaka is there, naturally he wants to fight Monaka. So for most of the episode now, we have the characters, the Z Fighters and their comrades, coming up with all sorts of excuses to distract Goku or keep him occupied so they can figure out a plan to keep the Rouge going for Goku, or so Goku doesn't learn the truth. It turns out that Hercule actually commissioned for a costume in Monaka's likeness to be made. This was because at the end of the tournament, Hercule wanted to become partners in business with Monaka. Business partners with Monaka. And the costume was part of this plan of his. So what they do is they keep Goku occupied, and they have Beerus wear the Monaka costume, and they try to keep the real Monaka out of sight. So as far as Goku knows, he thinks he's fighting Monaka, but really he's fighting Beerus dressed as Monaka. And we do see them have their sparring match, if you will, and, well, Beerus starts to really get into it, which surprises a lot of the characters. But Whis puts a stop to the match before it gets too out of hand, before it causes any damage to West City or any other innocent bystanders and what have you. And while there are a couple of close calls, the episode ultimately ends with Goku still thinking that Monaka is powerful. Goku does not learn the truth about Monaka by the end of the episode. So there you go. This is the first of the 5 breather episodes that happen after the main storyline of the Champa saga, and before we start the 4th saga of Dragon Ball Super. And overall, it was a nice comedic episode after finishing up the Tournament of Destroyers. Now, I know some people felt that Goku's gullibility was played up a bit in this episode, and I can understand that, and I can see why many people would be frustrated by that. But I know a lot of people thought it was weird that Beerus was worried about Goku finding out the truth about Monaka, because he wanted to keep the lie going because he feared that Goku would become less motivated to train if he learned Monaka was a weakling. But a lot of people, and I can understand this too, a lot of people thought that was a weird concern because Goku likes to train. Goku's the kind of person who will keep training even during times of peace. And yeah, I can see why that does seem like a weird concern on Beerus's part. Though I've seen a lot of people use this to hand wave it, and I kind of came to accept that myself too. I accept this too, that Beerus probably was concerned about that because he still doesn't know Goku all that well, and I think, yeah, that's probably a good enough explanation to get around that little issue or that little strange concern. And yeah, otherwise, I got a few good laughs out of this. I liked how there were a couple of references to classic Dragon Ball, things I don't believe were shown in DBZ, or I know Poir's shape-shifting ability and Ulan's shape-shifting ability, for that matter, didn't really appear in DBZ, and I don't believe Chaozu used his ability to paralyze people in Dragon Ball Z. He used it in classic Dragon Ball, but I don't think he used it in Dragon Ball Z, unless I'm forgetting a moment. But yeah, I thought like I said, it was a fun episode. I had some good laughs out of it, and I like the references to classic Dragon Ball, and yeah, the little weird oddities didn't really ruin it for me. And with that said, we now have 4 more breather episodes to go before we reach Dragon Ball Super's 4th saga. Take care, and until next time.